And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Tampa Bay Rays.
Just about ready to roll. And today's starting pitcher, Ryan Pepiot.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The second baseman.
This is Bryce Terang. And there's a strike on the outside corner. And that's how this game gets started.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. And there's 1 down.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Now the left fielder, Jackson Chourio. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1's the count.
This one popped up. Caminero puts it away for the out. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup.
The designated hitter, Christian Yelich.
Here comes Christian Yelich, the MVP in 2018, the runner-up in 2019. That one ripped, but foul. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss at a slider.
No balls, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left, and it stays fair.
Batting fourth, the catcher, William.
So man aboard,
Contreras.
And now it's William Contreras. Pepiot throws over.
He's in there.
Yelich gets back easily. In there, and it's 0-1. Yelich, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a foul ball.
Ball.
In the dirt, blocked.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Two outs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Brewers strand 1. Now it's the Rays' turn. No score. Back after this on the show. Back now in Tampa Bay. And on the mound in this one, Freddie Peralta.
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
We go to the bottom of the first.
The first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. Fastball for a strike. Peralta, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. That one in there across the letters.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a ball evens the count.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
2 strikes.
To the right side. To first.
Out.
One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second, the second baseman.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup.
Wow.
And now it's Brandon Lau. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. That's a base hit.
Batting third, the third baseman, Junior.
One gone, runner at
Caminero.
first. Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. And the first offering is not close. And he deals. Swings through that one.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. We head to the second here at Tropicana Field. No score. And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's the center fielder, Sal Frelick. Pepio back to work. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Drops one down in front of the plate. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
This is a big part of his skill set, and he puts himself into situations where he can rely on his speed to impact the ball game. And this is just another example of it, and we'll see what else he can do now that he's on first.
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Pepio ready to fire now. Runner on the go. Tag. Safe. Jansen too late with the throw.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
That one catches the zone. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Up now for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. outside.
That's out.
Ball one.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Next pitch is outside.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Fouled off left side. Two outs. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that's a foul ball. Second inning here, no score. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the
we
Reds,
head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the DH, Jonathan Aranda. In the air, left field, Chourio sizing this one up. And there's one away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, but just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Christopher Morel. And takes low for ball one. One down, base is empty. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there, and that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
Fastball is outside. And that one is lifted in the air. Bowers settles underneath it. 2 away.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, Cameron.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder, Cameron Meisner. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one's in there, 0-1.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
That one not close. And the count now even up. To third. And he can't come up with it. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Batting seventh,
and stepping in for the Rays, Jose Caballero. That one down the line. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that'll do it. The Rays strand just the one. We'll move to the third with no score. All set for the start of the inning.
Brewers,
up now for Milwaukee, number 21.
Durbin.
Fly ball down the line, and that drops foul. Fought off foul. And that skips into
two
dirt.
strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher
Now,
wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Terang, a former Gold Glove winner, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Line drive. Meisner brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder Jackson Chorio.
Jackson Chorio up now for the Brewers. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. 0-1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So they make short work of them there. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. No score. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the inning. Now up for Tampa Bay, number 14.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
In the air, left side. Chorio on his way over. Puts it away for the out.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
Now it's Jansen to hit. In the air, right field. Bowers hauls it in, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz now. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Lau now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
In the dirt. Two outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Popped up. Terang. Squeezes it. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to inning number 4. We're tied 0-0. Back now in Tampa Bay, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Christian Yelich. And that misses. Ball 1.
Well, these Brewers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So a man on base to start the inning.
Up next for Milwaukee, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, William Contreras. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Pepio checks over to first, and he's back. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Missed with a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Sal Freely. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Yelich, the lead runner at second. Contreras at first with no outs. Got him swinging.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And here is Hoskins. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. There's 1 over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 left on base. We're midway in the 4th. No score. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Junior Caminero. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. The 1-1 is fouled off. Inside. 2-2. That one missed.
Full.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's the left fielder, Christopher Morel. He's 0 for 1. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Swing and a ground ball. Feed to second. Out. That's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We played 4. We're tied. 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Jake Bowers. Pepio back to work. That pitch gets the corner. Strike 1.
Well, these Brewers looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
The 0-2. And a curve is down and in.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
The battle, number
Joseph
3.
Ortiz up now for the Brewers. His first at bat was a strikeout. And there's a ball.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
On the ground to third. Over to Diaz, and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
Here's the third baseman. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And downstairs.
Bam.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with number 9 for him in this game. 9. Gone in order are the Brewers. And we're still knotted at 0. Back here at Tropicana Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Rays, Cameron Meisner. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Nope, that's foul.
The 0-2. And delivers outside.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming
Now
in, but it's so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Into the dive, and he got it.
Well, 2 goals when you've got the go-ahead run at the plate. Keep him in the ballpark, and then second, keep him off base. Well, that diving stop right there does just that. Excellent job.
And now the center fielder flied to left his first time. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. Foul ball. And that is out of play.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bowers on the move to the alley. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. And we still have no score. Back now in Tampa Bay, top 6. Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Turang. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The left fielder, number 11, Jackson.
So up next, Jackson Chourio. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Up the middle, in plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. He's 2 for 2. That one's in there, and that is strike 1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Ripped, but it curls foul. He goes down looking.
Oh, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. William Contreras. That one is absolutely belted. And it gets by him. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Brewers. Round second, digging for third.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine.
10,
Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. The 0-1. And there's a base hit to left. In comes the run from third. And it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And it's Rhys Hoskins up to the dish. Pepio with a move to first. Frelick back in standing.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent.
There goes the runner. Strike in there. Safe at second with a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside. Now 1-2.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Frelick at second with 2 down. Goes down looking. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Brewers 2, the Rays nothing. And we're back.
And
we go bottom 6. Danny Jansen to hit here.
Danny
Jansen measures 6 feet 2 inches, 240 pounds.
Ball.
He joined the team as a free agent.
Counts 1-0.
And the 1-0. And there's a foul ball.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Ball. That's inside.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Bowers. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So the batting order
Yandy
turns over. Here's the Rays
Diaz.
leadoff hitter, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 2. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get the those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using
The
the
batter,
whole field.
number 8.
He was out in front there.
Second
Just needs to let
baseman,
the ball travel a little
Brandon.
more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Lau at the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. this, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Rays trailing by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The 0-2. That one ripped. It has the distance gone. A solo shot. It's 2-1.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run.
Let's take another look at it, but this time with the help of StatCast.
Well, this one wasn't hit that high, but when you can launch it at 111 miles per hour off the bat and get some backspin, it'll carry enough to get out of here.
And now, Junior Caminero.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one fouled off. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And this game is tied. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jonathan Aranda next to hit for the Rays. Center field. Frelick has a beat on it. Makes the catch. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Jake Bauers. And the Rays,
now pitching,
they go to the bullpen.
Rays.
Mason Englert.
Number 59, Mason Englert.
This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Diaz makes the grab on the run.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Next for the Brewers, Joseph Ortiz. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much.
Now
sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now the third baseman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
He's safe.
The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out.
The second baseman, Bryce.
Go ahead, run on base. Here's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. Right through there for a strike. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. One hit, one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. We are tied 2-2.
Now pitching for
We're
Milwaukee.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yoel Payamps. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now the left fielder, Christopher Morel.
The left fielder, Christopher Morel.
Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they had the lead. He made him pay for that one. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Cameron Meisner digs in now. Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Throws to second, but he's in there easily.
Wastes no time there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
He was all over that one. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Yoel Payamps done for the afternoon. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So the
Milwaukee.
Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen,
25.
Nick Mears.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the center fielder. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark and he scores. And they lead by 3.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here's the catcher, Danny Jansen. Well struck left field. Bangs off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they lead by 4.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Back to the top of the order now. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 3. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Put a pretty good jolt into
baseman,
that one.
right
Great
there.
swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Swung on, belted. Frelick running hard to get it. Won't get to this one in the alley. Diaz around third. The relay. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 8-2.
Everything came together for him. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs. But sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Nick Mears done for the day. And he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Here's
Milwaukee.
a new pitcher from the pen, Abner Uribe.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered here in this one. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a pair. It's 10-2. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
And the batter now, Jonathan Aranda. That one in triple digits. And it's fouled away. Ball one there.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Not close with that one, and the count is 2-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Ripped to short. Tosses to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
The left fielder, number 24, Christopher Morel.
Christopher Morel next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered in this game. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one. Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That one fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Already 8 runs across this inning. Here at the bottom of the 7th. There's a swing and a drive. Bowers going back, and it one-hops the wall.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
Next to hit, Cameron Meisner. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Chourio makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop Jose Caballero.
Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Here's Yelich at the dish.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And first offering is fouled off. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's fits? A fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old. Like close.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. That'll make it out of here. He circles the bases. It's 10-3.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
William Contreras up now for the Brewers. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the 8th. Line drive, base hit.
The center fielder, number 10, Sal
Frelick up now for the Brewers. Fastball for a strike. Foul ball there. Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
And first offering is fouled off. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But the Brewers add one with a solo shot. And it is now 10-3. You're dialed into the show. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now with the plate, number 14.
The center fielder, Chandler Simpson.
Uribe back to work. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. That one way inside.
2 strikes.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen next to hit for the Rays.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Popped foul out of play off to the right. One down, base is empty. And a base hit right there.
The first baseman, number 2, Yandy
Diaz next to hit for the Rays. And a foul ball. Jansen leads off first with 1 away. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a swing and a little roller up along first. Hoskins to second. Back to first. Double play. And that's it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. Rays 10 and the Brewers 3. Back here at Tropicana Field,
Brewers,
now it's the right
fielder,
fielder, Jake Bauers.
Jake Bauers.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way.
Caballero looks to second. That's 1 to Diaz. That's 2.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You got to love that glove toss, Boone. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And you got to remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Ripped on a line. And what a play. Ball game.
What an exciting finish to this game. An amazing play right there. It's hard for the fans to go home. They want more. They're not ready to leave and head to their cars, but an outstanding job to keep entertaining all the way to the end.
Final score here today, 10-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.